Hi guys, welcome to another video with Celestine. In today's video, we're going to be talking about what shadow sides do you need to heal. Now, first, before we jump into the topic, I just wanted to talk about what your shadows mean, or what does having a shadow mean. Those are simply parts of yourself that you don't like. So something like insecurity, anger issues, trust issues, something that you've been battling, but in reality all they want is to be accepted. So today we're going to be diving deep into what will help you release these shadows and what you need to deal with in the current moment. So whether you watch it now, whether you watch it on the day that I put it out, or 3 years from there, 10 years from there, 100 years from there, these messages will still feel accurate. Now, when I say accurate, since this is a general reading, it may not every bit of it will make sense to you, but that is because it's just a reading on YouTube. In case you want to get an accurate reading in terms of what shadows you need to heal, you can reach out to me on my Instagram or on my email. I've provided the links in the description box below. So let's start with your reading. We have 3 piles in front of us. What I want you to do is ask your higher self, which shadows do you need to heal in the current moment right now? It's okay if you pick more than one pile. The first pile is the one with Angelite. The second is a Labradorite, and the third one is a Malachite. So take your time, pause your video, meditate on the cards, meditate on the crystals, which one feels like it's calling out to you. There's no right or wrong answers, just trust your intuition and go with it. So I'll be starting with the first pile, which is the one that has an Angelite. Now, an Angelite is a crystal that basically assists you in communicating with the angelic realms. It also helps you open up your throat chakra so you can speak better. So I feel like one of the things that you need to heal is how to speak up, how to communicate with your higher self, and how to trust that intuition. So if that is something that you've been dealing with, this is the right pile for you. Let's start with what is it that you need to heal. So the first thing that you need to heal is being quick. You know what I mean? You're not in a rat race. So the kind of timelines that you set for yourself, especially in your profession or in your career aspect, is something that you need to heal. There needs to be things that you need to take time for. It's okay for a lot of time to go by and not having been able to see significant process. For some of you, I'm also getting in terms of love, maybe the kind of milestone that you want to reach is not happening quick enough, and because of that you're putting added pressure on yourself and maybe thinking that this is not meant for me, this is not something that I should have been doing. I feel like I'm in a race with my friends and they're reaching new heights in their career or in their relationship, but I'm stuck behind. But the reason for that is your timeline does not need to match that of your friends or your peers or your co-workers or whoever. You're on your own time. So release this shadow of whether you're going to reach your goals or no, and doing anything in order to meet them. So even if it's not something which is well researched, just doing it for the sake of doing it is also another shadow. Stop fighting your destiny is another message that I'm getting, and waiting around. Like, it feels like you just want to jump I'm not again saying this in a bad way, but there is this aspect of not being patient enough or not trusting your dreams enough. And because of that, you may end up taking a lot of rash calls because you just want to get somewhere. Whether that means betraying somebody else or betraying even yourself, right? Like if you know that it's going to do you more harm than good, just so that you can finish this project or finish or go ahead in your relationship is not the right way to go about it. You're being asked to take charge of your life, make decisions with patience, make decisions with your intellect versus, keeping the competition aspect in mind. So try working on planning things out and getting there in a systematic way versus something that is quick and easy. Another thing that you need to heal is rock bottom. Surrender to the alchemy of life. This is your theme. You're not surrendering to what the universe has for you. You're not trusting that your dreams are big enough for you, or you're not trusting in your dreams altogether. So I feel like there is a little loss of faith which you need to kind of bring back. It's okay for things to happen in a particular way, in a particular time zone. I feel for a lot of you, y'all don't also like looking at the past. It may be painful and you just want to move forward, which is another shadow that you need to heal. The idea of, shutting off in terms of, okay, this has happened, I don't want to deal with it ever again, I'm not going to kind of look at it, is not the right way to go. You need to go in, completely surrender to your emotions in order for you to kind of come back out in a more peaceful way. It's these bottled up emotions that are making you feel helpless when it comes to where you are in life right now. Let's see if there is any other shadow that you need to rely on. Like, how do you accept that more? So we've gotten the witch. Now what this means is you are somebody who essentially has a lot of wisdom, right? You've gone through some things that have kind of not worked out very well in your favor, but what that's given you is it's given you a lot of wisdom in order to help other people. So for some of you, you could be healers, and it seems like you're just not being able to trust yourself or trust your intuition. But what you consider your biggest failure are things that have helped you succeed in life, to grow as a person, to grow as an individual. So trust that wisdom that you've gotten from all these things which you think you failed. The last card that I have is what will help you, or what affirmation or things will help you get out of this or embrace this shadow. New beginnings, new and brighter beginnings await me now. So when something ends, instead of dwelling on that, think about the doors that it opens. There are a lot of new beginnings that come out of things that have gone away. It is making space for something which needs to kind of come out or be born only when certain things leave our life. So the affirmation that will help you is new and brighter beginnings await me now. I'm just going to pull a few clarifying messages. Confirmations. Okay, let's see. Wants to communicate but is hesitant to reach out due to issues between you or issues between you and your fear. So I love how, we spoke about this when we started with the angelite coming in, talking about, being scared of speaking up. So that is another, and my card just moved randomly. So that is another fear that you need to deal with. Speak up, it's all right. Different religious backgrounds. So maybe one of the things that doesn't fit well with you is when somebody has a difference of opinion, and that's when you kind of tend to feel blocked and not being able to speak. I also have the letter Y. So it could be significant to you, or it could just be why, like you questioning things all the time. Then we have the month of June, which is actually the month that I'm kind of filming this in. So June could be a significant month, or this is when you were supposed to kind of get to know this message. And then we have J. So the alphabet J could have something to do with what you need to release or what shadow you need to embrace. Could be jealousy, I don't know why that came, or justice even. So that's all that I have for you, pile 1. I will see you in my next pick a pile reading. Meanwhile, what you can do is check out my Instagram page, check out the things that I've spoken about there, and make sure to follow it for daily guidance. Moving on to pile number 2. So we have the labradorite. Now the stone is, this crystal is one of the most magical crystals. I'm sure, I don't know if you can see the rainbow effect, but it is a crystal that has a very shamanic healing kind of a vibe. It is a crystal that people use to generate more magic or healing and to heal others. So I feel like for a lot of you, you could be healers and you're going through these shadows in order to kind of break out and embrace your shadows instead of, kind of playing against it, by not accepting them and just letting them rule you. So let's see what shadows you need to heal. The Page of Wands and the 5 of Cups. Okay. So what this tells me about is that you are somebody who is very passionate, but sometimes you give up way too easily when it comes to your passions. Like if you're bored or something like that, you just tend to give up. And that is a shadow that you need to heal. Like, I'm not saying to, continuously be doing the same thing, but don't give up this easily. And the thing is, once you give up, it becomes very difficult for you to look ahead. Then you're just concentrating on the fact that why did I give up? Why did I fail? So it is something that I also do. If I'm immediately not good at something, if I'm trying something new and I'm immediately not good at it, it is, it feels like, okay, maybe I'm not supposed to do this. I'm not good at it. I don't want to fail. So it is your fear of failure that you kind of need to deal with, and this can be in any aspect of your life. I feel like for a lot of you it's about love. Like just because there have been a few negative instances or a few tough relationships in your past, you're only focusing on those and especially what those people did to you. So a lot of you could have trust issues, but the thing is, you're not seeing the cups that you have still, and these could be in the form of friends or people who genuinely love you, like family. So another shadow that you need to heal is just looking at the negatives instead of also focusing or looking at the positives. Like you delve way too deeply into the negatives that have happened. This could also be negative self-talk. Let's see what is the theme of your shadows. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposite extremes of life. So yeah, so either you're extremely passionate about something or you just tend to give up. So these are extremes, but what you need to do is kind of go with the flow. That is what will help you in terms of embracing your shadows and also embracing things that you're scared of when it comes to failing. Let's see, what shadow do you need to embrace or any messages in terms of your shadows. So we have the card that speaks about apples. Now, a lot of you must have read Snow White as a kid and how it was the apple that kind of poisoned her. Or was that Sleeping Beauty? It was one of the two, I remember. So what you're being told is sometimes your trust issues or even your codependency issues allow people to enter your life who end up taking advantage of you, right? And you don't realize it till it's a little too late. So one of the things that you need to work on is, just because it seems nice or just because it seems easy, right? Like when you become codependent on a relationship, this is especially for that, or even business partnerships. what happens is you don't pay attention to your intuition or to your gut feeling, or like literally your rational mind just leaves the window, just leaves the window. Was that the right way to say it? But you get what I'm saying, right? Like rational thought just leaves you, just leaves your body, and you end up allowing people to take advantage of you. And in some of your relationships, this could have been one of the things where, in order to heal someone else, or the thought that I'm gonna change him, he's gonna change this for me, that is what is really effed you up. So be wise. I'm not saying give fuel to your trust issues and not trust anyone, but trust your intuition. You already have the knowledge. You know what red flags mean, and what red flags just don't cut it for you. You know what I mean? Like, pay attention to the red flags. Let's see what affirmation or technique is gonna help you in terms of healing your shadows. We have cleansing. I cleanse myself of the things that no longer serve me. So let go of this, whatever has happened in the past. Let go of this. It's okay to allow these things to wash away from your experience, but by staying in that space still, like for some of you, I feel like you might still be holding grudges about something that happened like 10 years ago. So allow that aspect to go. Have a nice cleansing ritual. You can add some sea salt or Epsom salt or Himalayan salts in your bath and use it to cleanse your aura. It's long due. Let's see if there are any other messages or clarifications for pile 2. Okay, a lot of them. Let's see, it's the first one that fell. Sarcastic in nature, loves pulling your leg. Okay, I feel like this could be an ex-lover, or sometimes you mask your shadows with sarcasm. Older female, maybe this is someone that you have or had an issue with in the past, or this could be you. Work with crystals. Again, the shamanic crystal of healing. I highly recommend working with this when you're embracing your shadows, because it tends to open up your heart chakra, which is essential for healing your shadows and accepting yourself. The alphabet D. This could be relevant to you, or this could be about someone that you know. Green or pink. Okay, I can't make this up, guys. Unbalanced heart chakra. Sadness, holding feelings in, not being able to let go. So, like I said, like my entire reading has been about you holding your feelings in and not allowing things to go. And literally the crystal, like I didn't even see these when I pulled it out, right? Soon exchanging texts non-stop. I feel like that's the way to your heart. When somebody gives you a little bit of attention, it just feels easy to rely on them. But keep your red flags in mind. Contacting you in 1 week. So if there has been pain related to someone specific, y'all are soon going to be together. But for that to happen, you need to release your shadows. They think you are guarded up, hence they are not approaching. That's literally the answer to why hasn't he contacted me, if that was on your mind. And the last one that we have is Virgo. So you or someone that you're dealing with or could have been dealing with could have Virgo in your top 3, which is your sun, moon, rising, or also your Venus. That's all that I have for you, pile 2. I hope you check out my other readings. They will also be just as insightful. Leave a comment. Let me know in the comments below how you like my reading. And if you feel like getting daily guidance, you can check out my Instagram page where I post daily pick-up piles or guidance on how to deal with things. Moving on to pile 3. So for pile 3, the crystal that we have is the malachite. Now the malachite is a very heavy stone. It asks you to be worthy. So it could be one of the things that you're struggling with, self-worth. It is one of the shadows that, you don't feel good enough and you need to. So let's dive deep into what shadows you need to heal. The 3 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. Okay, so straight up I'm getting you may have been cheated on, or you could have cheated on someone. And there is this aspect of, I need to set things straight, I need to win this break up or things, something like that. There's also a lot of competition in the air. So you may be harmfully competing instead of healthy competing with other people in your group, especially at work or even your friends, right? And because of that, if somebody else does something better, you're almost ready to kind of pounce on them like, hey, that's just nothing, let me prove it to you what I can do. So that I feel like is a shadow that needs healing. Another thing is you could be indulging or overindulging in a lot of your vices. For some of you, actually for a majority of you, there's a lot of mental conflict when it comes to certain people or situations, especially in your past. There is a lot of anger and there's a lot of things that you want to say to them. They could have wronged you. This could be a friend group. They could have wronged you and you've not been able to, or you're on the verge of letting it go. So this is your confirmation that whatever has happened in the past, just allow it to go. Stop holding it in. You're worthy of much bigger things, but this is the one thing that's making you more petty. Let's see what's the theme. I don't know how to say that. Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Okay, so when you're deeply in love with someone, you're also extremely sensitive, right? But it is also a place, like this darkness that you're in is also a place for something new to come out of it. You had bad friends, okay, now you have the opportunity to make good friends, those that will contribute to your life, right? So you're creating a new reality for yourself, and your shadows are helping you do that. They're basically like your little soldiers that are kind of telling you what is it that you need to do or not need to do in order to have successful friendships. Let's see any other shadows that you need to embrace. Greet the darkness. Here where the spine bends and the mouth quivers, breathes the hidden. Oh my god, I'm so bad at reading. Breathes the hidden, the pieces that make you whole, but cut deep with all of their sharp edges. So one of the things that you need to kind of embrace is yourself and your inner truth, right? The reason this card has come out is because it is, kind of a call to go deep into your darkest of corners and embrace them. There are parts of you that are extremely beautiful, but you've not embraced them. You've not kind of gotten to know them in the first place. Allow yourself to kind of open up to what comes out of your shadows. I feel like they're just safeguarding you, but there are better things that will come out of it. A lot of you are also being called to do shadow work. You can also visit my website and check the shadow reading that I have, which is an in-depth shadow reading which talks about your shadows and how to heal them. But some of you can also download, I have a printable that you can download which allows you to do shadow work if you don't know where to start, but it will help you meet yourself again. The last card that I have talks about what will help you, whether it's a ritual or something that you need to repeat for yourself, like an affirmation. Harmony. I live in harmony with the world around me. So instead of trying to change things, allow things to happen for you. Don't go around changing things. It's okay. Allow things to simmer down. But because you're in this constant state of fight or flight, you're not experiencing this harmony around you. So keep repeating this to yourself. I'm just going to pull like a few clarifiers for pile 3. Okay. Any more? Okay. This one's kind of stuck in my hand. Let's see. They think you're guarded up, hence they're not approaching. So these could be the new soul family that you're calling in. Maybe a lot of you have met new people, but you're so scared or you're so guarded up that they don't want to approach you. They're telepathically sending you messages via songs. Put on your music and shuffle. The 4th song has your answer. Your sign is 333, any repetitions of 3. Meaning that your guides are near you. They're kind of helping you out with this, and give your worries to them. They're they are protecting you and trying to reach you. So allow them to help you. I feel like a lot of you're so scared that you're not allowing people in to get to know you. Soon exchanging texts non-stop. So some of you could have also resonated with this pile. Another sign is 444, meaning stability is entering, something solid. It may be slow, but trust that process. It's okay for things to happen. It's okay, things are getting back to routine. It could be another symbol or another alphabet that you could resonate with. This could be in your name or somebody that you're kind of thinking about, or something that has to do with your shadows. For some of you, I'm also getting the word isolated. X theirs. Okay. So again, it could be to do with you, with somebody being cheated on. So that's all that I have for you, pile 3. In case you're interested, you can watch my other readings on my YouTube channel, and you can also follow me on Instagram for daily updates and pick a pile. So I hope you all had a wonderful experience getting to know your shadows, and I encourage all of you to get to know it deeper. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment in the description box below. I'm really bad at saying all of this, so you guys know what to do. But thank you for your support, and let me know what other videos would you like to see. That's all that I have for you today. See you soon in my next video. Bye.